Welcome to the podcast. This is Mr. Ish. We're at Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club, Cordea Clubhouse. I'm gonna lie to you. I'm having a bad day, and these girls picked me, and they were like, "Let's go do a podcast." So hopefully we could talk about some interesting things, and I forget about my day. So from my left to my right, please introduce themselves.
I am Sarah.
Oh, Sarah want to go to the beat. Okay. Hi, Sarah. Sarah's a veteran. She's been here many times. Next.
I'm Isabel.
Hi, Isabel. Isabel's been here many times. Oh, you the last one.
Oh, hi, I'm Emily.
Hi, Emily. Okay. You like my music choice for today?
Yes. Really,
I just got an email. Sorry, guys. All right. Well, let's talk.
Let's talk about what cheers us up and how.
What cheers is up?
Highs and lows.
You know how I get cheered up, to tell you the truth? I'm pretty laid back. So I feel that if I make somebody, one person, smile or laugh in one day, I'm good. I accomplish a lot. Because a smile or a laugh goes a long way. So you guys picking me and being excited about being in the podcast so far has made me forget that someone just hit my car. So we're on a good trail. No, but I've been excited to talk to you guys again because we did a podcast that was like 40 minutes long, and that's gonna be one of the first ones that I put on. I heard it like many times already, and I think that it really. Well, not only the quality is that we had some good topics, and it's not necessary that they were really juicy, but we just talked about many things. And I think that, for us to sit here for 40 minutes, especially, myself, that I'm definitely a different age group than you, and we could still relate to a lot of things, was very important. So I want to give
like 40 minutes.
I want to give you guys a shout out. It was 40 minutes. It's 40 minutes long. And then the second one that we did after you guys went home and you did a little homework and research and all that was 30 minutes long. Wow. So you guys definitely have the longest two podcasts.
Imagine we did.
We want to put them there. Yeah, I mean, the way we going, we definitely could. I mean, we may not have the time, but we definitely could.
Could if we tried.
So guys, talk to me.
Okay, so we could do it from the left to the right. So what makes me feel better is music usually, because usually if I'm mad or like I'm feeling down or like, I don't know, mood swings, I like to listen to music, jam out and be like, and
Put you in a good mood.
Yeah, and I like just watching shows that I like, funny shows, because I'm a person, for me, shows, for other people, shows are like shows, but for me, is like, if a person dies in a show, I'm going to cry.
Well, there's not too many, like, the comedy shows, usually somebody doesn't die. The drama shows, like the ones that have to do with police help and all that, or 911 or something like that. People get hurt and they die. But if you watch Martin, nobody dies in Martin. Like, that's just an old show and nobody dies.
Yeah. I finished Glee, and
we talked about this a lot.
Glee, when I finished it, I believe yesterday, I started crying because it's like the memories and the thing that Glee represents is like, I want to have the connection they have with their friends.
With their friends and teachers.
Like forever. They have their friendship for 6 years, and to me that's
And you can.
special.
You definitely can. I mean, look, this little group that you have right here, I think you guys are awesome. I don't know how friendly you are to each other, but I think that you're awesome. I have friends. My newest friend is my wife, and I've been with her 15 years. So my other friend, I don't know if you know him, Victor. He works here. He's the one that cleaned the building. You probably seen him once in a while. He's my friend for I knew him when I was 6 years old, so 44 years.
Wow.
I knew his father, like we know each other's parents, we know our sisters, aunts, all that. So I have a lot of friends that I know for.
Friend?
Well, yeah, I was his best man at his wedding and everything. So I have me personally, I have a lot of friends that I know for a lot of my life, or most of my life. But you guys could build friendships like that. As long as you're honest to each other, and you don't have to get along all the time. You don't have to see each other all the time. But as long as you respect each other and you see each other, and now it's easier. You could talk to each other on Skype and FaceTime and all that stuff. Yeah. And whenever you do, just appreciate the little bit of time you have with each other, and you'll be okay. 20 years from now, we'll be having the same speech. You're like, remember we was in the podcast. That was dope, right? So I'm glad that music gets you in a good mood. Talking gets me in a good mood.
Yeah, what gets me in a good mood is like spending time with family.
Ah, that's
Because
awesome.
my family, they fight a lot, but when they're together, they're very strong.
Oh, same as mine.
It's
Family
all
always cheers me up
families.
because my family's crazy. I'm joking, but
But
they're very
especially my
funny.
brother. My brother, he's a very interesting person.
She says he's a very interesting person.
Oh,
I'll
that
leave it
sounds-
at that
Yeah.
because he might listen to this one day. So she said you interesting. I'm just giving you that. What about you, sweetie?
To be honest, I'm not really mad on every day.
No, but whenever you get mad, what cheers you up? You know, maybe a bag of chips cheers you up. I don't know. You know, sometimes she has music. She has being with family.
Well, probably like watching my favorite shows or watching YouTube.
Okay. I mean, sometimes for me, it's just coming to work because I can't be upset at work. I look at you guys. You guys may had a horrible day in school. You don't want to see Mr. Ish having a horrible day at work.
'Cause then
You
it
want,
just makes you.
yeah, you want to have the fun, Mr. Ish. You come over here to joke around and have a little fun, and I don't want to be your teacher. I don't want to be that strict, but I want to make sure that you guys have someone to look up to, and hopefully I'm that for you. What else we want to talk about today?
Iconic,
Maybe Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halloween.
iconic. Like I feel like iconic movies, like classic
Oh,
or movies that are like nice.
what do you believe is a classic movie?
I feel like a classic movie is like an old movie because the movies now, I'm not gonna lie, the movies now they're good, but they're not the same as the ones back then. And I feel like classics they're more.
Give me an example of a classic
meaningful.
movie.
Home Alone.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
For
Original,
for
not the new one.
The Notebook.
I love The
Oh.
Notebook.
The
Jumanji.
Notebook
Notebook-
was a sad
Notebook,
movie.
I
Sad
cry
romance.
every time.
Oh, and there's this thing. There's this.
There's an extended version of that. I don't want to cut you off, but there's an extended
okay.
version of The Notebook. I have it. It's awesome. It has like 25 extra minutes.
Wow.
I don't remember the name. It's like Grace Stallion. Not a Stallion. It was like something with steel, and it's about this woman. She's sick and she has this kid, and she's going through a hard time, and her mother gave her a kidney, but that kidney didn't work out, and she died. So
I don't know.
yeah,
Wow.
I don't know the name of it. My mother probably knows the name.
I work in a movie store and I don't know the name of it. What movie you believe is it's a classic? Oh, Dad is calling her. All right, we're gonna skip her.
Hello?
Sweetie, we gotta keep on the show. She could talk to her dad if she want. I'm gonna shut her down for a second, so I'm getting her all in her business.
Let's see.
What's a good classic movie for you?
Let's say, I'm sorry, I'm thinking.
Okay, I mean, even Disney movies are classics.
Grease. I'm sorry.
Oh, Grease is awesome.
The musical and Hairspray Junior.
Hairspray, yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, Hairspray is good.
Not Hairspray Junior, just the Hairspray in general.
Hairspray.
But I feel like Grease is. I'm sorry to cut you off. I feel like Grease is better, and also I'm sorry, High School Musical 1, 2, and 3. I don't really
I don't
like
know about 3.
4. I
One
don't-
and 1 and 2 I was good with, but 3 I lost myself in 3.
Wait, what is
You always lose yourself.
What
in
is
things.
I don't-
3
it's-
about?
Yo, 3 it's very hard. To make 3 movies of one topic is very difficult. Like the first one, you got it, it's good, and then people can't wait. Oh, we should make a second one. You make a second one. Okay, it was as good as the first, but the third one has to be as good as 2 other movies, and that's really hard.
Like Twilight? Sorry, again.
Oh, she got me on the Twilight
But
now.
Twilight, oh my gosh. Like
Yes.
me and my mom, we could watch it multiple times and we would not get tired. It's like iconic. Like it's like a tradition. Not really a tradition, but me and my mom and my sisters, usually it's me and my mom, we watch Twilight, the first Twilight, I think Twilight New Moon, Eclipse and Sag Breaking Part 1 and then Breaking Dawn Part 2. I really like those movies, especially the first one, and I like Breaking Dawn Part 1 and Part 2.
I feel like Twilight never gets old. Like,
Facts.
Well, anything about
To me.
vampires,
yes.
no matter how they turn it around, vampire movies is just vampire movies. They're awesome. I like vampire movies.
Me too.
For me, when I was young, my iconic movies were, and I don't know if you ever seen these movies, but the Godzilla movies. They used to have these Godzilla movies, and they used to play them on Channel 9, and it was like Godzilla versus King Kong, Godzilla versus Megatron. You know who Godzilla is? 'Cause you're looking at,
Yes.
okay. So now that we got who Godzilla is, so they made these real old movies in Japan, and they were black and white, and it was just like, and you see Godzilla, and he's knocking down fake buildings, and it was kind of fun because it was just funny little movies. And I used to watch with my grandmother. So for me, like my grandmother didn't speak too much English. She was learning on her own. So for something that we and her could sit down and understand, it was like a really important thing for me. So we used to, every Thanksgiving, we used to sit down and watch these movies. And talking about back to back to back to back. It was like Mighty Joe Young, Godzilla versus this. So those were like iconic movies for me.
Just reminded
you know,
me.
Kidnapped.
Yeah.
No, it's Taken.
Oh, that was good. Taken 1 and 2. My wife loves those.
My
You ever seen it?
My
Oh,
dad
my
likes
God,
it.
that's a goodie.
My dad, I'm
I
like,
probably
Dad.
heard of it.
I'm like, Dad, what would you do? That was like, my dad would be like, I'll do the same thing, but even worse.
Oh, you know what's another one that's good like that? I think it's called Q. It's with Denzel Washington, and his son is sick, and he's a good working dad and all that. His son is sick, and they have like a treatment for him, and he can't afford it, and he basically just kidnaps a whole hospital and like forces somebody to do this operation on his son, and he has like a gun and all this stuff. And it's a touching movie just because the extremes that a parent would do to save their child. Yeah. And it's, that's one of those things.
You just reminded me of something with the Godzilla story. I can relate that my brother's an interesting person because he watches Jeopardy and he's 6.
Well, you learn a lot. You learn a lot from Jeopardy. I mean, I learned how to say a question. You always have to answer. Yeah, the answer is the answer, and you have to answer as a question. So you have to be like, what is the Grand Canyon? You'd be like, yes, you win. And when you just say Grand Canyon, you'd be like, "Brr, sorry, that's not it. In the form of a question, please.
Family Feud, that's a big one that he likes to watch.
Oh yeah, I like Family Feud. I like the new one. It's really fun.
Oh,
I like the old
Emily,
ones.
I'll let you go.
So I forgot what the movie was called, but it was very good. That a father, his daughter was first born, and his wife died,
Mm-hmm.
and there was, I think, a hurricane, and he was trying to like wait for his daughter to like be okay till she's ready for them to leave.
There's so many movies that are touching about parents and what they would do and how they would save the kids and all that. I'm a parent, and I'm pretty sure that I will do almost anything for my kids. You guys one of these days will be parents, hopefully, if that's what's on your mind. And you'll see that there's a different love once you have that child
Kids.
in your hand. I mean, you could love a cat, be like, oh, I love this cat, I love this dog. But once you see the baby born, there's just a different attachment. And as mothers, because you're all young ladies, your attachment is probably going to be even more than mine is with mine, because you carry this child in your body, in your body for 10 months, and it the kicking and all the feelings and hormones that you guys get. It's really an emotional thing.
Process.
And there definitely is nothing that a dad could take away from that. That's why mothers are so special.
Did you watch? There's a show on Netflix called Raising. It's not like a classic.
No, it just came out, right? Raising somebody.
Raising
Raising
Dion.
Hope?
No,
Dion,
Raising
Dion.
Dion.
I have it on my list.
watched it. Oh my gosh.
It's so
I
good.
was like, it's like bad. It's so good. Like, it's not gonna put me in like a place like that Glee did, or like Friends, or like shows like that, but it's really good. It's about this boy
All right,
has
you
like
tell 'em.
power. Sorry, this boy has powers, and his mom and him are just trying to figure out how to deal with it. And his father died, but turns out his father had the same powers, but they didn't tell nobody. And it's because they went to Iceland, and there was this thing, and it gave them powers.
Okay, don't give away too much of the story.
Just watch this trailer.
Yeah, watch the trailer, because I only got to. I put it on my list, and I'm like, oh, I gotta watch this. And this weekend I was a little busy. I had a birthday party to go to.
So good.
My kids.
Definitely. If you watch it today or over the weekend, tell me what
All
you
right, I'll
think.
definitely. I'll do my homework because you guys have done yours. What else I have to tell you? I have to tell you something.
Boy in the pajama, in the striped pajama.
Boy in the
Oh,
Striped
boy,
Pajamas.
that's a good book. It's a good book. I have
It's
it in
a
my.
movie too.
I know, but I have it in my school.
It's so
we
sad.
have the book. Yeah,
I read the
that's
book.
about the Holocaust and all that stuff, right?
I read the
Yeah.
book
Yes.
and watched the movie. I read the book in school.
So when you have to, now that you bring that up, that a lot of books are really better than the movie. Most of
More
the time,
detailed.
they're more detailed because they have to express what they want to do or the vision that they want to give you on paper. So they're really descriptive about what's going on. A movie just shows you, oh, there it is. Oh, you can see it. But when a person has to do it, with words, it's a little different. One of the books that I've read that I definitely recommend, I don't know if for your age group yet, but one of them is 1984, and it's about a society that pretty similar to what's going on now, where the government is controlling and sees everything you do. They have cameras everywhere. They see everything.
Dictator much?
It's kind of like a dictatorship, or they call it Big Brother, where they're always watching you. So that's 1984. Then there's another book that I read a while ago. I just know these two because I was fixing them in my book closet the other day. It's called Fahrenheit 451. And it's about a society.
that.
You read that one? That's a good book. It's about a society. You want to tell them what it's about?
Nah.
You don't remember? It's about a society where reading books, it's not good to read books. So what they are doing is going around and burning all these books. So the reason the movie and the book is called Fahrenheit 451 because that's the temperature it takes to burn something. So it's basically they don't want to give you education. They don't want you to know too much. So they're going around burning all these books and all this history
It's like
and stuff like that.
slavery where you
Yeah.
couldn't read books or have an education.
Exactly.
So
So that's another good book to read if you ever get your hands on it.
So The Fault of All Stars. I was tearing up.
We doing
The
this.
what?
The Fault of All Stars. That's another
It's a
book.
book. You read it?
No, I have it in my library again.
I read it and I also saw the movie. It's about these two patients who have like this type of cancer and they love each other and
They made a movie about that one.
yeah, and it's not 5 feet apart because they could be together and it wouldn't spread. It's more like that the boy, he didn't have cancer, but the girl did. But turns out he did have cancer, but he was hiding it from her. And turns out he died and she didn't even know. Turns out she died. He died of cancer
And she didn't know about it.
until he died.
Interesting. There's a lot of good books out there. So we're gonna do a book wish list, and we're gonna mention some of these good books. And it's really nice to know that just the fundamental of reading is important enough that you guys are picking up a book and reading, because some kids don't do it.
I like
Oh,
I think reading is calming. It's very calming.
there's this
especially
other
at night.
there's
sorry.
this there's this other book that is really interesting. It's called Forged by the Fire.
Yeah, Forged by the Fire.
Forged by the Fire.
I read that book.
It's
You
so
guys are
good.
reading. You guys are not to cut you guys off, but
Right.
Miss Francesca's doing like a book reading club
Yeah,
for
I'm
for
in
late
it.
for the girls, and it's just gonna be of girls.
I'm in
So
it.
that's pretty cool because not only do you guys get to talk about books and get to read interesting books and stuff like that, she's gonna also have like trips and maybe get authors to come here, and it's gonna be really, really awesome class. You're gonna have a chance to just be around other people your age and girls and stuff like that, and it's almost gonna be like I would say almost like a smart girls club, where you guys could talk about whatever's on your mind, with another female that's there to support you and give you some
Feedback.
advice and stuff like that. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
I'm in the club actually,
Okay.
and it's pretty fun. Like you have discussion with people. Like you don't only read there. You like have discussions. You like play games.
Yeah,
to, like-
she's gonna make it fun. She's not gonna make it that we're here just reading, because she understands that you guys are young teens or tweens or whatever, and she doesn't wanna bore you guys and make it seem like it's school. So she'll definitely make the class interesting. So you're gonna have a lot of fun with that.
Be surrounded by others that like the same things as you.
Yeah, and you know what? And even if they don't like the same thing that you like, you're gonna learn something different.
gonna get
Yeah,
perspective,
You're gonna
you know?
you're gonna get a different perspective of why you may like it or may not like it.
This is
Different
remind me
points, like
of
debating.
A book. This
I
reminds
love
me of
debating.
a book. It's about a girl with stripes, and she liked lima beans.
Lima beans?
Yeah, and everyone did it, so she thought that she's different, and she didn't eat it, so she turned into stripes, and it got worse and worse. And when she ate the
Lima beans?
the lima beans, she got better.
I mean, sometimes you have to get out of your comfort level.
Pop.
Oh.
What I see with you is that you haven't been here long and you're trying a lot of things. So I'll give you a little clap for that, because I do appreciate that, and I do see that you're trying something different. What else? What's on your mind?
What was the question?
No, I said what's on your mind besides that. Oh, you know that today's today's a celebration. I think you can't see it, but I got a blue ribbon on.
So I was like, what?
You know what this
That's
is?
awareness.
It's a anti-bullying day.
Oh, I didn't
So I put the ribbon on to support, kids, adults, men, females, anything, just being bullied.
I saw this.
I'm pretty sure that at some point in your life you might have felt it. Hopefully you didn't. You might have felt verbal bullying or just bullying in general, or being forced to feel a certain way, to fit in. So today is the day that we talk about things like that, about bullying, about how you guys, if it ever happened in this table right now. Has anyone ever been bullied here? No. Good for you. Good for you. I don't think I was when I was younger, but I do know other friends that were.
People.
Yeah, and I've seen people, bully other people, and that's not cool.
Right.
In my school, that's not allowed.
Yeah, we don't allow it here either.
Oh, my school, no. Suspension period.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I feel like one of my older daughters, bullies her little sister, and I gotta put a stop to that. She's like, "Give me the toy. If not, you're not gonna do this." I'm like, "You're not her parent, so we're not gonna do that. You're gonna both play
You do what I say.
with the slime, and that's it. You can't tell me that she can't play with it, and you can't play with it. And we're not gonna have none of that."
Yeah.
So I see little forms like that, but you have to just nip that in the bud real quick, and hopefully the kids don't grow up to be bullies.
So I saw this thing on Instagram. It was how this little girl was getting bullied, and she was like asking questions. She made a video. She was like, "Oh, why me? Why does it always have to be me?" and stuff like that. And I feel like people need to notice that not everybody is the same as you. Some people have different features. Some people look different. Some people act different. Because in raising Dion, oh wait, no, that's a spoiler.
Spoiler alert! Don't spoil my movie
Okay,
that I'm gonna watch.
it's a show.
It's a show.
Anyway, so it's about like don't change yourself, because one of the mottos is be you. Based in our school, we have a motto, and one of it I haven't memorized it
Every
yet.
grade has a motto in our school.
And it's
Okay.
be you. And I feel like it's about like even if people don't like the same thing as you, or even if they make fun of you for it, keep doing it. Don't stop
Don't
doing
change, yeah.
Don't stop being you because someone else don't like it. They don't like it. That's a you people problem. That's not
My
a
school motto.
No.
Well, sorry. My school motto is, if you see something, do something.
Yeah, that's a great one too.
So, me and Sarah's school, we have like a grade. So since I'm in 8th grade, what our motto is be great, be you, dream big.
Great too. So your school doing a lot of nice things. I mean, not like inspirational things like that, and it gives you like a goal. It gives you a vision of what you should be doing.
Oh,
So
in
that's
our
pretty cool.
school, it has like a breast cancer donation where they donate money to people with breast cancer and like hospitals for
Yeah.
research and stuff like that.
We do it in my school. There's certain teachers that do that. I'm always sad that we never did that here.
They raised $9,000.
$1,000 that year? That's
$9,000.
a lot. I mean, I've always felt that we don't take initiative in the boys club sometimes to do things like that. It takes a lot of planning. Like someone has to be in charge of, the money and stuff like that. But we should definitely, maybe look to do something like for the
Raise awareness.
not only raise awareness, but like we could do something for like the kids' hospitals, like like something like
Cancer.
yeah, like
and-
cancer research for the
Visit
kids,
them,
or we
you
could
know, let
visit
them
them, right before a holiday, and let them know that we're thinking about them and
And
stuff like
My
that.
mom used to work in a children's hospital. She used to love it.
Oh,
If
Now she
you
works
are
in
in choir
cardiology.
and stuff like that,
Mhm.
you could always sing to them. I've seen videos of choirs, like they would surprise people in the hospital with like cancer or like special needs,
Mhm.
and they would sing to her. They would sing to her or him and stuff, and it would just make them feel better. And
Hey,
it just
I would definitely
made me happy.
volunteer to be one of the staff that would take you on the trip if we could get it together.
Yeah.
Even if it's just to visit the kids your age at a hospital, just to see what they're going through. Maybe even do like a road podcast with them or something like that. It'd be pretty cool that we could just talk to
That
them
they
about
could
what's going on
talk,
and
like,
just talk in general.
Do
They,
something fun.
And
you
make
know.
them feel like normal kids.
yeah, they might
because-
be in the hospital for 30 days and they haven't gone to school. So you guys could be like, hey, this is what's going on in school this year, whatever. And it just be like, you're teen people talking to teens.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a something good. We may have
And
to research that and see if we could get it done.
some people, if they're different and stuff, they just want to feel normal. Like, in Glee, Becky Jackson, she has Down syndrome, and she knows she's different. She doesn't want to change
And
the
she's
way.
awesome too.
Yeah, she doesn't want to change the way she looks or anything. It's just that she wants to be treated as an equal. She doesn't want people to treat her differently because of the way she looks or her height and stuff like that. She knows she's different and she wants to stay that way. She just doesn't want people to look
I have
at
a question
her
for you because I was always confused about this.
Mhm.
I think that the character in Glee that's in the wheelchair, I thought he was actually in the wheelchair, but he's acting that he's in a wheelchair.
I know. Oh, I really knew that.
I didn't know
'Cause
that for a
I
long
would-
time. I was
I-
like, wow, he's awesome. Then I saw him in the show. He was standing up. I was like, what's going on with this guy? I said, what's going on? I thought he was really in a wheelchair.
One day I saw his leg tick. Not like crazy. It was like a
But he plays. He's in that wheelchair. He's doing some stunts.
yeah. He's
He's doing
really
a lot of
good.
stuff in that. So I give it
Go
to him.
Because I looked up the cast of Glee and I was like, why is he standing up?
Yeah.
I was so confused. And I was like, oh, he's acting.
A lot of
That's a
actors
lot
do
of that's a
something
lot
like
of
that.
self control though. Like if you're like trying not to move
Hand
your legs a lot,
workouts and like
and, like
Yeah.
try not even to move your legs, not even
I
a
mean,
little
that's
bit.
that's devotion to the character too.
yeah.
What is
I mean,
Glee
it's-
about?
It's like kids in school, and then they just bust out in song. That's the only thing. That's the only way I can say. I mean, it's more of a character building.
Kid.
When I say kids, I mean what is it? It's high school.
Yes.
It's high school.
yeah.
So it's high school kids, and they're going through their normal day of high school, and then all of a sudden, he likes her,
Something
and they're talking about
happens.
something, and now all of a sudden
Drama.
they singing a song about what they just happened.
Feeling.
And the thing about it
High
is
School
that
Musical.
it's always hip songs. So it's always new songs. So it'll be a song like from Drake or a song from what is it, Billy
And-
English or something. It's gonna be a song that's a now song, or if not, it's gonna be a very very popular song that you'll be like, oh, that's an old song, but it's very popular.
Popular. Like I forgot the song they sang. I remember
I think I have all the CDs. I may bring them in. Maybe I'll do that as a little soundtrack next time.
Yeah, they
and do the
played it.
Glee,
It
do the
was
Glee songs.
legit, yeah.
But they have a lot of great songs.
Time's up.
Oh, you want to sing something? Oh, you still on the stuff? Didn't we sing that the last time?
No.
I thought
We,
we.
sung,
I thought
we
we.
sang their intro song.
Oh,
A
we,
singer in the smoky room.
oh, okay. That's another good one.
Love one and cheap perfume.
Sarah wants to sing today. We might have to take her to the studio downstairs. She wants to get her
I'm in
a sing on.
choir. I'm in choir in school every Thursday, and we're learning "Listen" by Beyonce.
Okay.
If you know, she has them high notes, and my voice, it just be like me trying to hit her high notes to be like,
You be like, you be cracking.
yeah. I'm like, okay.
Oh, man.
Think about when you're covering a song. Sorry to get a little bit off topic. If you're covering a song, you don't have to always hit the way the person hits it.
No,
you
you-
could
and
hit
you-
it to your own vocal range.
Yeah, to whatever your range is. What was I talked about? Well, for about half an hour, I just forgot that my car got crashed. So thank you, girls. I appreciate it. I'm probably gonna remember the next 2 minutes, but
How
now that I
did it
mentioned
get
it.
crashed? Sorry.
My wife went to go pick up my daughter, and some taxi cab swiped her and hit the front of my car.
Are you gonna
I-
sue them?
Is she
no.
okay?
Yeah, I mean everybody else is okay.
You should get your guap.
The problem is that my car is brand new.
Oh, was it the one that you just bought?
Yeah, so it's just I'm like, wow, and I'm not there. Then the guys, like, sometimes guys when they dealing with a woman, they act a little different. And I told the guy, I was like, look, I will leave my job right now, but me and you are not gonna have a great conversation if I go over there. So please deal with this young lady. Give her all your paperwork and deal with it the right way. Call the cops, do a police report. I said, because if I get over there, then my conversation is gonna be slightly different. So he stood there because he was like, I'm in a rush. I was like, well, don't be in a rush because that's what got you hitting my car. So he stood
I
there.
would sue.
I mean, at least she's okay.
Yeah, I mean the kids are okay. I mean, at the end of the day, a car is a car. I mean,
Yeah, that's what.
my kids are more valuable, and whoever's in the car is more valuable. So
Yeah, so
it's not a
just
big deal.
it's just happy that it. Yeah, you know what I mean.
It's just now I got to take it to get fixed. And
This YouTube thing.
It is
I'm
what it
sorry. It's called
what YouTube thing? Are you jump from
Sorry.
something to a YouTube thing?
It just reminded me of that. It's like fear. It's like this people where these delinquent kids, they take them to prison. They like scare them out of doing that.
Scare Straight, that one.
Scare straight, yes.
Is it?
I watch that sometimes, and then I'm just like, and they scare them, and some of them just start crying, and then they change because thinking of going to prison just. And
I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. I've seen those shows too, Scare Straight, and some of the kids laugh because they know that you can't do nothing to them. Some of them are hip like that, but some of them are really, really scared.
They're like,
I tell you, when I was in elementary school, so I might have been 8 years old, and right across the street there was a police precinct. So they always had the trip to the fire department or police department or whatever. So we went. They showing us the cops and where the cops do the shooting and stuff like that. We didn't shoot no guns, but they just show us all that stuff. They show us, I guess, the holding pens where they hold the people. So they always did this. They always kept one kid in there to scare them. And guess who got picked? And I didn't know about it. Me. So that they turn around and they're like, yeah, but you see that thing over there? Could you? And as soon as I went back inside that thing, the gates closed and it said, and they walked out. And they just walked out of the place, which is maybe 40 feet. And I knew that I was locked up. I had never, ever in my life have ever gone to a precinct again. Like, no. Like, that scared me for real in my real life until this day. Like, I don't want to deal with cops in that form of way. I have friends that are cops and wonderful people and all that stuff. But for me to be in a jail cell, I don't want to do that. And I learned that at 8 years old.
you were
That
terrified.
that wasn't going to be me.
How long was you there for?
It could have been, for me, it was 7 years. It could have been 12 seconds. But I learned that I was not going to get out. No one was going to hear me cry. And I was there by myself. And they did it to prove a point and stuff like that. And they proved it. They got me. They got me scared straight real quick. I know I did not want to go there. And maybe because of that, I have been following the law as much as possible. Maybe every once in a while I speed a little bit on the highway in my car. But I've been trying to follow the law for real. Like, I don't want to get arrested. I didn't
you don't want
hop.
to associate.
No, I didn't hop the train. I don't steal fruits. I don't push nobody. I don't do none of that stuff. I live a good life. I need to be home. I like to be home. I like to go to the bathroom on my time. Like the lights to be out on my time. I don't like bologna, and I don't like bologna and cheese. And that's what they give you when you get locked up, bologna and cheese. And that's no bueno.
They're kind of like bologna and cheese.
No, I don't want none of that. So, girls, we have had another epic episode, which I'm going to be posting them soon. So I would like to say thank you very much. You always bring your A game, which is wonderful. But we're gonna have to give some other people a chance, and we'll continue our conversation another day. Well, thank you very much,
Okay.
and see you soon. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check.
And we're out.